Hello everyone, this is Kiran. Today we have Purvi with us and today's mock intro will be on Python. So Python is booming these days. Many people are doing Python course and many opportunities we have for job in Python. She's one of the example who got placed. She is M.Sc Physics, B.Sc Physics, right?
Yes, sir.
So Purvi, welcome and let's start the interview. But
Yes.
really when I saw your resume and your non-IT, I would say not non-IT, but it is pure non-IT.
Pure knowledge.
Yeah, it's nowhere related. So it's a BSc Physics, MSc Physics. So, but great. So who told you to do this Python? Who told you in the sense how you got encouraged? First of all, this is the basic question every audience will need because you are nowhere related. Now,
Yes.
MSc Physics person can do Python means MSc Math person also can do, right?
Yes.
So who told you to do that,
So
or how you got inspired?
initially, my plan was to enter in the research field. It is still my plan. It's just secondary. But after surveying the market, I got to know that research field is not as much high paying until you have cracked a few milestones in your career. And to do that, I still have around 3 to 4 years time. So till then, to support myself financially, I decided to have a backup plan. And as we know, currently IT industry and even in that Python is very much related to physics. So then I chose Python language as my
So you mean to
plan.
say IT has money and IT has various types, Java, Python, Mono, many things, and out of that you selected Python.
Python.
Yeah, great. So let's start some questions.
Yes.
So how much you rate? You're already working right now, right? 3
Yes.
weeks before you joined some organization. That's great. So my question is like, how much you rate yourself in core Python out of 1 to 10? 10 is highest, 1 is least.
I'll go for an 8, sir.
We'll go for 8.
Yes.
What do you say? Just a second. You go for 8. Good. Django,
Django a 9.
out of 10, 9.
Yes.
Good. Good confidence you have there. Okay, so let's start with the core Python. Python is platform independent or not?
Yes, sir, it is.
It is.
Yes.
Okay. Why Python we are saying as an interpreted language?
So because in Python, the code is run line by line. So if we have error in some line, the compiling and all the running is done up to the line until we encounter the error. Unlike in compiled languages, the whole code is first compiled, converted. We have to get rid of the errors and then it is run. So for Python, the execution is line by line and hence it is called as an interpreted language.
Okay, great. Next is like, what is pip?
Pip is Python, it's like an installer package for Python. Because Python has a very vast community, we cannot download all Python's functionalities in one go. So if we need to download some other external packages, libraries or frameworks, we make use of pip for that.
Did you use that?
Yes, sir.
Or what you have used?
I have used it to install Django, MySQL client, which is used for database connection basically.
Which package you have installed for database connection?
MySQL client,
Okay, okay, through pip.
pip, yes.
So you need to fire that command and automatically it will come, right?
Yeah. Pip
So where from it
install-
is coming? Like Python install. So
It installs from the web, sir. It's
From web.
Yeah.
so in web, you mean to say a lot of things are there? A lot of libraries?
There are a lot of libraries associated.
Any
with
other
Python.
library you know than MySQL?
I know Django framework.
Mhm.
Then there's Flask framework. MySQL is there. Then we have other course headers, which is used for API connections. That also we have to download externally. I guess that's also.
Scrapping, web scrapping.
No, I'm not aware of that, sir. Right now.
Great, not a problem. So these many things you can download from the web and
Yeah.
install, right? Great. Do you know like collection?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What do you know in that? Generalized terms.
Collection is it's like a collection of a group of elements, and in Python we have a few collective data types, which are list, tuple, set, dictionary. So these are basically multiple data points that have been collected and stored together.
Tuple you cannot change, right?
No, tuple is immutable.
Then why to use it?
So if our
See,
data,
something is there and
yeah,
you need to change it, right?
yes,
But then why tuple? Can you give me some examples so that tuple will be used?
The thing is, for list, the memory it takes is more, and so the speed of execution is less. So if we have the kind of data that does not have to be changed, but you need a high performance with it and higher speed with it, then we can make use of tuple, because tuple offers very good memory management as compared to other collected data types.
So for memory management, you should be going with the tuple.
Yeah.
And if you want to change it, then go for
List. We
Can you convert tuple to list
yes, sir.
and list to tuple
Yeah, by typecasting we can.
by typecasting? Can we pass that list object into tuple constructor?
Yeah, we can.
We can.
Yes, sir.
Great. Okay, so you know pandas?
Not as much.
You heard about it?
Yeah, I know that it is used for sorting data when we have big data collections. It is used to clean the data for statistical uses.
So I can say cleaning a data is a use of pandas, or showing some matrix forms is a use of pandas.
I'm not aware of it as well.
Great. So you have not used, but you heard about it.
I have.
Did you ever practice any single program on it? I'm not going to ask, so don't worry about it. But did you ever try any program on pandas?
No, I haven't worked on Pandas.
Yeah, so what I would suggest you, because anyway you're working, you've already got placement, you're working in some good organization, it's really good. But nevertheless, what I will say, always do some programs on NumPy, Pandas, because that is the future. It's not about you should be expert in that, but do some programs. I know it's not needed. For you, for your profile maybe. Your profile, what's your profile in your company?
It's web development, Python development.
So Django you might be using?
Yeah. API development to be specific. So I'm
API
using
development you are
Yeah.
using. So which framework you are using?
Django.
Django REST
framework. Yeah.
Why to create APIs?
So APIs are used for communication between two applications. So,
Why to communicate?
if I have a front end and I have a database system on the back end.
Can I close this?
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead.
A database system on the back end. So API is used to fetch the data from the back end and pass it on to the front end. But while doing so, it uses the concepts like serialization, and it also keeps data private so that the front end does not have all the access to the backends. This is just what I am doing in the company, but in general also, communicating between two applications, it provides serialization of data, which is a better way of passing the data between two applications, and also provides privacy to both of them.
So you want to say API should be developed, or REST API should be developed to communicate between two systems, right?
Yes.
This is one system, this is one system.
Yeah.
To communicate between systems, go for REST API.
Yes.
This system is developed in .NET and this system is developed in Python.
Hmm.
Will they be able to communicate?
I'm not aware of
Yes.
it.
Basically, use of API, REST API is communicating between two applications, as you said, is correct. But most of the cases, what happens now? Let's say weather application is there.
Hmm.
We don't know in which language it has been developed, right?
Yeah.
So it might be .NET, might be PHP. I am a Python developer. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call that API of that weather application, and I will not mind whether that is developed in which language, because I am aware about JSON.
Yes.
I am aware about consuming an API. That weather person has exposed API, produced APIs.
Okay.
So I would be a consumer and that person will be producer. So you got the concept?
Yes.
But that's great that you learn many things as you go on doing things in your company. You're happy with the organization?
Yes, sir, I am.
Great.
I'm still in a
So
very
I think they
learning phase.
gave you today leave or maybe break for this mock interview also, right?
Yes,
So I
they
heard that. Okay. So REST API, right?
Yes.
This is REST is protocol.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yes.
Do you know any other protocol is available for creating an API?
No, I'm not aware
SOAP.
of it. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
But these days everybody is using REST API. Okay,
It's
so
more popular.
it's more popular. You know JSON?
Yeah.
What is it?
it's just a way of storing information, which has a very good resemblance to dictionaries in Python. It's keyword and value pairings.
So just I remember like dictionary as you said.
Yeah.
Can you have list in dictionary?
If we provide it with a key, we can have a dictionary.
Can we have duplicate values in dictionary?
Yes, we can.
Not keys, right?
No, keys cannot be duplicated.
Can we add two dictionaries?
Add to dictionaries.
Will
We
they
sh-
concatenate like
I
list?
think we should be able to. If we put the plus operator, they might concatenate. But I haven't tried it yet, but I think they will.
Those who are listening this mock interview, can you write in comment whether two dictionaries can be concatenated? She already told answer about the list, right? And that was correct. So I'm with you on that. But on the list, let people decide. So I was talking about the dictionary.
Yes.
So as people are deciding, we'll move ahead for the next question. How to iterate dictionary?
We have three methods for it. Dot keys, which iterates the keys.
Dot keys or keys?
Keys, because it's a method, so I put a dot. So keys, which iterates the keys, values, which will iterate the values, and items, which will iterate tuples of keys and values.
Tuples of?
Keys and values.
Why you are saying tuples of key and values?
Because it is comma separated key and value, which is enclosed in a tuple, singularly first, second, third. That is comma separated and enclosed in a list.
What's the role of SQL in Python?
SQL is used for interacting with the database. So,
Okay.
As I am doing APIs, I have to interact with the database, for which I use SQL.
Why you are
queries.
interacting with database? Why can't you consume APIs directly?
We have information stored in the database. So, if we want to fetch that information specifically,
Through API?
yeah,
So you are writing APIs or consuming APIs?
I'm writing APIs. I'm not consuming.
Oh, great. So you are at the producer side,
Yeah,
not consumer side.
not consuming.
Great. So that time, obviously, you are interacting with the
Database.
database. Which database you are using?
MySQL.
Why MySQL? Why not Oracle?
I'm not aware of the.
Great. No problem. That
advantages.
company decides.
Yeah.
But always
because-
remember, if you have huge data, you'll go with the Oracle. Okay. Yeah. Which domain you are working into?
Python.
No, not Python. Company domain like trading, banking.
It is raw material manufacturing.
Okay, great. Not a problem. So you are calling SQL queries?
Yeah.
That's ORM tool you are using or what?
Yes, I am. Object
So can you explain me ORM means what? Like
ORM, it stands for object relational mapping. So with SQL, we can interact with the database, we can manipulate data. Similarly, in Python, we have ORM, which is a tool with which we interact with the data. We can extract data from it, add, update, delete. We can perform all these functions.
okay. So what do you think in industry? Database is being created first or models will be created first?
Logically, I think database should be created first.
Because that has been developed by developers or database administrators?
Database administrators.
Perfect. Then that is for again audience, like how to generate model file from the database. Those who are listening and doing Python, Django, I would ask them like how to generate model file from database. So, so I would suggest like that command should be there,
Yeah.
right? Or manually you can do.
Manually also we can do.
So which command now you tell me?
It's py manage.py inspect db, and once we run that command, if we have a ready-made database, the models will be created in our Django framework. So it is
Why
going
might
in
be it is
reverse.
recommended in organizations don't modify the model, means once it is generated by that command, don't go and touch it.
So because the database and the information in it is specific to the company, we cannot tamper with that information. We have to just do the work of displaying it. So it's like modifying the company's information. So we are not allowed to do that.
Okay, I have one more suggestion in that, because why it is not allowed, it's not about tampering, it's about that, but not much of it, but it maintains a standard. Okay, so you are working on REST API. So I have one more question, like, is there any role of HTML CSS in your project?
Right now I'm working on React. So
You're working on React, so React development you started already or not?
not yet. I am in the learning phase.
So my question is, while creating REST API, you need to use HTML CSS, yes or no?
No.
Perfect. That was my question. Because that's just a backend.
Yeah.
It's not a front end. When
It's
you
not.
want to expose the data on the front end, then you will be using React, correct? Yeah,
Yes.
that's great. So my next question would be, what is this Jinja template?
Jinja template is a way of writing the information in HTML pages. So HTML pages are not dynamic. It's not like JavaScript. You cannot write logic on it. But with the use of Jinja template, which is again a functionality provided by Django, with the help of that, we can program logic on the HTML page itself.
If you don't use this, then
We cannot do anything. With Jinja template, we have things like if-else. We have for loops. But purely HTML does not give us if-else or for loops.
so you mean to say in the template file,
Yeah.
if you want to use this code, what it called, core Python, Python code,
Yes.
along with HTML, then you need Jinja.
Yeah, we do.
Is there anything other than Jinja available?
I'm not aware of
You are
this.
not aware of, but anyway, you are working on REST. But still, I have asked. What is MVT?
MVT, it is the architecture on which Django works. So MVT stands for model, views, and templates. In models, we have the structuring of our database. In views, we write the business logic of fetching or adding or deleting data. And in templates, we write the HTML code.
Okay. So, did you ever done any practice in Django?
Yes, sir, I have.
So, can you show me any project which you have
I
right
don't
now in your laptop?
have a project on my laptop. I think I do.
Yeah. So, please share your screen. Just I want to see whether you practiced much or not. See, guys, those who are seeing this interview, I can say people will face any kind of questions. Okay. There is no limit for it. Just I want to see and I want to ask some questions to you on that. So those who are seeing this interview, one more thing you should remember, sometimes it may happen that interview may ask you to show your screen, show your projects which you have developed, because you want to ask some questions on that. Okay, so be ready for that. Let's see how Purvi gives answer. Please share. Okay, you don't have permission? Yeah, you have.
Yeah, I have.
Okay, so this is your project, the student management system you have done?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so can I see that in Visual Studio?
Just we have to first activate the environment.
Okay,
Then I'm changing the directory to my project folder.
you shared complete screen?
No, I think I just shared one. Shared one window.
I was supposed to. Okay, so what you did here, you open a command prompt and then you are changing a screen, right?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll now open the VS Code.
Great.
It will take a minute.
Okay, till that, why you use VS Code? Any other competitors you know for VS Code? I would not say competitor, but any other tools available in market?
We have PyCharm also.
Yeah, PyCharm.
But I prefer VS Code more.
Can you maximize the screen?
Yeah, just a minute. I'm not sure how to move this map part. Okay, yeah, it is moving.
Great. Okay. So I'm not asking you to run, don't worry about that. Yeah, but again, running, because you did this coding and you're working also, so I have confidence that you'll be running that program. But I have some question. What is this post?
Post is a method
That is line number 18 I'm asking. Post is a method.
Post over here, yeah. So the post over here, it helps us to send the data to our database. So when we are adding data to our database, we use post, and here in line number 18, student ID is being added back to the database.
Okay. What is render function?
Render helps us to showcase this HTML page onto our browser. So this is my HTML page in which I have written my form for getting information from the user. That page will be rendered onto my browser, my first page, and it is going to fetch this information of student ID, name, city, and with the help of this post, it will put that information to the database.
Okay, great. So this registration is function which is posting data to the database, right?
Yes.
Next, what this record function is doing?
Records. Okay,
26th line.
No, it's not it's my user defined function.
Mhm.
So this function is going to, here I have fetched all the objects from the database, and with the help of this context function, I am sending this to my HTML page for displaying.
What this is objects.all, objects.all.
It is because this is basically ORM syntax. In ORM, when we are interacting with a database, that is done in the form of objects. So for ORM, when we fetch information from database, one single record is going to be as a single dictionary, which is an object in Python. And so we have to use objects. And after that, I'm using all because I want all the data from my database. If I had wanted...
Is there anything in the all function?
Yes, there is a get function. So with the help of that, we can fetch specific information about a specific student. So like for updating, when we click on a form, we click on the update button, we get already some information about the student, which we then update. So if we want that one specific information, we will make use of get.
Okay. Instead of post, any other word you can write? Line number 18.
Over here?
Or it is compulsory that we need to write post, POST, post?
It is compulsory to write post when we are adding a new information. It is mandatory. But in case we are updating, we can also use patch and put methods.
You mean to say if I write there put, data will not get inserted?
It will.
What do you think, guys? Those who are listening this video, instead of post, if I write PUT, will it post or not?
It will put, but that will not be a good practice to do that, sir.
It's just a practice you are saying.
Yeah.
But you can do that?
I think it will put data.
If you write GET get then?
No, it will not put data then. It will get
Pakka?
data from the database. Yes, sir. Pakka.
But how automatically it will get identified if you write get? Means what I'm saying, instead of post, if you write get. You got my question?
Yes, sir.
POST, that is red color one. If you write get, you are saying data will not get posted, right?
No.
How? Means who is doing all these things?
This get, post, put, patch, delete.
But you are saying in put, it will not update, but it will insert, right?
It will insert, yeah.
But why not in case of get?
Because get is used for getting data from the database. It is used for fetching data, and it is not used for putting data over there.
Really?
Yes, sir.
So if you write get, you mean to say it is not getting inserted, right?
No, it will not get
Not
inserted.
a problem. Yeah, what you guys think? Please write down. Okay, so just moving ahead, can you show me the HTML page? Registration.html. Where is the Jinja code?
This first line is Jinja template. This
Why
is
you wrote
going to-
extents?
This file, master.html, it has all my CSS. So when we have common properties that we want to apply to all our pages, we put it in a single file. And I have used extents to, this is kind of importing the file onto this page. So it will apply all the CSS that I have done in master's file to my registration.html.
Who taught you Python?
Vaibhav Patil, sir.
Vaibhav.
Yeah.
Great. He taught you in a good manner, or you read in a good manner?
No, sir, he taught me in a really good manner.
But what I think, that is his duty and he is performing very well. But it's duty of candidates also to respond to what teacher is teaching. And
Yes.
I think you greatly done that. You did best job. Okay, so you practiced and all that stuff. And then because for placement you need to give interviews, right?
Yeah.
So yes, this is a two-way, but your role is more important than Vaibhav's role. Okay, but anyway, now coming to what is that static folder?
Static folder. This is used to store CSS, images, JavaScript, and video files. So we store it in this, and then whenever we need these files on our HTML page, we will import it from here.
Okay. If you and can we change that path of static folder?
No, sir, we cannot do that. And it has to also be named static compulsorily, because that is the way this architecture works. If we do not follow the naming convention, it will not identify the folder.
Okay. Do we need to mention the static folder path in the setting.py?
No, we don't have to mention it explicitly on our sites. It must be done there already.
Okay. Just a second. Can you give me access of your screen?
Yes, sir. So how am I supposed to do that? I haven't done it.
Just a second, even I don't know that. But let me check.
Should I stop share? No.
Even I don't know that. That's okay. Next question is, what is this migrations folder?
In migrations folder, here we have the layout of our table. So over here, this is like the layout of our table. What happens in Django is we have to connect to the database, for which we write our columns in models.py. And when we run the make migrations command, it will make a table for us. That table is this what we see, and the basic information about our columns, which is integer field, character field, its data types.
What is that PyCache?
Where is it? Okay. I'm not aware of it, sir.
Don't you think it might be related to cache or something?
It is, but I don't
Oh,
know
you're
much
not aware.
about it, yeah.
What is that init.py?
Init.py, it is because this is a package and each package has init.py, so that's why we see it.
Then only we can say the package is valid. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so Django, can you open settings.py?
Yeah.
What's the use of urls.py?
In urls.py, we write the URLs that through which we access our HTML or front-end pages.
Okay, so you have created Django project, let's say.
Yes.
There are further some steps to do that, and you created a Python project. What are the folder structure or what are the things you get freely?
I'm not understanding.
Let's
the
say you
question.
created a Django project.
Okay.
How to create that project?
For that, we have to first set up an environment. So we do that. We install env with the help of pip, the pip tool, and we set up the environment. This is done because we have to download additional functionalities in it, and it's not wise to have that on our system.
So setting.py file you create by writing setting.py, or it get created automatically?
It is created automatically.
So like that, what are the things you get automatically? That is one my question.
There's urls.py, in which we write URLs, settings.py, which has the backend connections. There is models.py, views.py, templates.py. There's also, I think these are the main ones that we work in, but there are additional things like even admin.py.
Yeah, great. Okay, so that's all about the Django. Let me go ahead with something else. So I don't think we need system now because a lot of things I have asked you already. Just a second. Yeah, so you can close the laptop. I have some few questions for you.
Yeah.
Can we merge multiple lists in Python?
Yes, sir.
We can?
Yeah.
How?
There is this function by name of extends. It's a method, it's not a function. And by that, we can merge two different lists in Python.
Do you know zip method?
Yeah. By zip method, we can merge multiple iterables. The same index number elements are mapped together.
Okay. Let's say if I ask you use the lambda function to print even numbers between 1 to 100, how you'll do that? 1 to 100 even numbers you want.
Okay.
Mod operator you will be using. By using lambda function, can you just think of anything you can talk?
We can use filter function with it, sir.
Perfect.
So for filter function, we will provide the lambda function. We will provide a sequence, and in lambda function, we will give the expression with mod, and that will give us a list of even numbers.
Okay. So I have very few questions like why tuple is faster than list?
Sir, because in list, if you create two different lists with the same exact elements, it is going to take, the lists are going to take different memory positions, and also the individual elements, even though they are same, they are also going to occupy different memory positions. But in tuple, the original tuple is going to take different locations, but the elements inside it, if they are same, it doesn't occupy different memory, and so it takes less memory for execution.
What is a decorator in Python?
Decorators are used for adding additional functionalities to our existing functions. So it will take a function as an input, add some functionality to it, and return the function back.
Why to do that?
So if we have some function on which we cannot modify it is already inbuilt, or maybe the function it's for some reason not allowed for us to modify, then we can use decorators for it.
Okay. Did you ever tried that?
Yeah, right now I'm working on the APIs, and
So there you are using that?
Yeah, at
So
the
one
API.
function can behave differently with different decorators, you mean to say?
Yeah, it can.
It can. So
Yes.
function, base function is same. Let's say there is a addition method, addition function. You can do that for averaging or something, right?
We can make use of decorators to change its behavior.
Great, great, great. So I think you're 2022 pass out,
Yes.
right? Great. So I have asked you a lot of questions, and I'm very happy. And just to lastly coming to your feedback, it's really good. I'm not remembering how many questions you didn't answer. Do you remember?
I haven't been keeping a track of that, sir.
You're not keeping track because it's very difficult to know how many questions you didn't answer, because you answered everything, most of the things. So that would be the answer, right? Okay, so what designation you have there? Python developer, you're saying?
Yes, sir. Python developer, full stack Python developer.
Yeah, so I wouldn't say like you're just a fresher, because 2-3 weeks only then after you're joining. 𝐷𝐤𝐿𝐤 College, that is for 12th.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the end of your interview. My feedback would be explore more and more, explore NumPy, Pandas, that all things are needed. NumPy, don't think like it is only needed for data scientist, or Pandas is needed for only data scientist. It can be used in your daily operations also while creating in Django, while creating and REST APIs. Okay, SQL knowledge. Now, what is primary key and foreign key?
Primary key is used for setting unique identifiers, like unique data for our database, and foreign key is used when we are trying to connect two different tables together.
Why to connect?
It can sometimes happen, sir, that two different databases cannot be merged into one. Like in the company that I'm working, it's not allowed for us to tamper with the data. In that case, we can use foreign key and we can merge them together.
To merge two tables, you need to use foreign key. That means or I can say, if you want to display on the single page multiple data data of multiple tables, then you will be going for foreign keys. What specialty of primary key?
It is unique and it is not null. It cannot accept null.
So you can identify each row, right?
Yes.
Yeah, great. So questions are endless. If I keep asking, it will be a whole day, and I know you have good knowledge. So for those who are seeing this interview, it's a good thing to learn. She's just a fresher. Even I would say she's not working. She's working, but just now joined. So I would say she's not working. She's just a fresher graduate person. She's answering flawlessly. So I expect you all to do study in that manner, so that you will be answering each and every question. See guys, questions are never tough. If you study, do hard work, they will be always easy, right?
Yes.
It's not tough if you do study, do practice. That's it. So thank you everyone, those who are seeing this video, and thank you Purvi, and thank you for coming, taking time out for giving interview. Many people have already shown interest, so we have started taking Python interviews also. Those who are related to Python, please fill in the form which is given below in the description, so that we will be inviting you for the interview. Those who want to give, those who are good prepared and want to test themselves, or want to come to our platform of YouTube, where we have 𝐿𝐤𝐿 subscribers. So if you want to expose yourself, if you want to make yourself visible in front of everyone, please come to us and have the interview, so that we'll give you feedback also. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Purvi. Thank you. Bye bye.